Hey guys, it's your favorite Dinobot here, and today we're going to see if 2005 Kong could survive in Monster Hunter. We're actually going to be using the old world for this one because if we did the new world, we'd kind of be here with a lot less detail and a lot less specifications. And Kong would kind of just get away a lot, it's just how it is. Now, I know how the game works, and I know how it functions in naturality versus game mechanics. But let's be real here, the new world is probably much easier to survive for some monsters than the other ones. If you guys like to see Drogon go through this kind of situation, let me know down below. But for starters, we're going to have to get Kong some new stats because he's getting mopped as soon as he dropped in there. He wouldn't even be able to match for like an Iodrome pack. That would be... That's how much he is. So we're going to give Kong the same stats as Congalala, okay? This is the same Congalala that's able to wrestle and pin down the Devil Joe. And we're also going to be doing a couple other things here. We're going to take away the hunters as well. So they're not going to be a factor in here because if hunters are involved, he's pretty much dead already. And we're going to simply use the old world forest map because I don't think he would survive the desert or the Arctic at all. So with that being said here, how does 2005 Kong do in the Monster Hunter universe with these stats here? Well, for starters, he gets these Congalala stats here. And so this means he has to find the following: food, water, and shelter. And the crazy thing is he could die anytime by a lot of things. Okay? So let's start off with the basics here, and we're going to actually tackle food here. Now, this is pretty prevalent, but 2005 Kong is actually a herbivore. Yeah, I know, pretty surviving that plant material actually gets that big boy going. But we do have herbivores like African elephants and giraffes that just simply eat, plant matter. You don't see them really eat meat. In all honesty, berries are abundant in Monster Hunter and even in the old one. So things like berries, shrubs, mushrooms, and any plant material Kong could pretty much just eat. All right, there's really no guarantee. There really is no kind of plant material he won't be able to pass up. Okay, he'll be able to eat whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and just how he gets it. Okay, so getting plant material is pretty prevalent, and having a food source is great. So Kong is pretty much going to want this a lot. He may also eat the same mushrooms that the Congalala eat, or, it's very possible that given time here, he could adapt to the lifestyle of the same as a Congalala, being able to use the mushrooms and eat them, albeit he's going to get some really bad gas after that, because we all know good old butt blaster. But Kong's got to look out day and night. For starters, Congalalas had a lot of predators, and I don't even see a difference between Kong and the rest of the more primate-like wyverns, or more like the fanged beast category, because these monsters would love to dine on some monkey meat. Alright, so Congalala was preyed upon by Najarala, who is a heavily armored serpent, even surpassing the armor of some highly sophisticated near Elder Dragon level creatures, and Nargacuja. Yeah, so Nargacuja is actually a much bigger problem because he actually follows the more leopard and gorilla relationship with Congalala, being able to take these guys down at nighttime when they can pretty much barely see him. He's not objectifying to when he hunts them, but he's just more prone to attack you at night because that's how good he is and how much camouflage and how much of an advantage he actually has over Congalala. While Najarala can simply be an ambush predator and can camouflage, as if Kong tries to go for a berry at some point, it's very possible he'll be right next to a Najarala, and then boom, he's struck probably like super quick and super fast, and he won't be able to damage Najarala either because of the armor. There's no if, and, or buts about it. He can't damage him because of the armor. Another predator he would probably have to look out for is Zinogre. Now, Zinogre is very possibly a much more smaller animal specialist, considering the fact that he does tend to prey upon, Azeros, which would be like way smaller than Kong. So, It's very lenient, but again, he's also eating Aptonoth and is actually known to prey on Duramboros. So I guess that kind of just throws that argument out, right? Kong is very possibly a prey item as well. And this means that Zinogre can actually stun him and then proceed to attack him. Yeah, Kong's just gonna have to be a lot more careful when it comes to searching for food. And you searching for food, and next thing you know, you on somebody else's menu. It is not fair. It's not fair at all. It really ain't. So Kong, yes, can find food, but again, it's very likely he's going to fight for his life for it. But given the stats we given him, he can more than he can not only handle these kind of threats here, but due to his sheer skill and his intelligence, he should be able to find a way to outwit these creatures and successfully, take them down or get away. Now let's go into water. Water domains in Monster Hunter are very interesting here. There are safe sources of water, and Kong is likely to find them. But again, it's going to take time. Alright, I do think it's going to take time due to the sheer fact that Kong does not know the environment pretty well. One of the things I think he will bump into is a Tetsukabra. Okay, probably a Tetsukabra pairing who's defending their hatchlings, and they'll have to abandon that source of water because Tetsukabras are actually highly aggressive, are highly aggressive parents. Okay, they're carnivores, but they won't really eat someone like Kong. I highly doubt it. I don't think they'll eat Kong unless they actually are desperate for food. Another creature Kong is really going to have to look out for is Plesioth and Lagiacrus. This is due to the fact that, more open water-based environments are pretty much inhabited by Plesioth, and Lagiacrus actually are known to inhabit swamps and oceans, so there's a big problem here. This is going to be a big problem due to the sheer fact that these guys are ambush predators. Like, they actually hunt like crocodiles or a Titanoboa or a Sarcosuchus. You guys get my point. They ambush their prey from the water and pretty much drag it in to drown it and then dismember it. This is bad for Kong because these creatures are much stronger than him. Even with the stats we give him, these creatures are much stronger. These guys are going to basically clamp down his neck and just drag him in, be like, yep, you're coming in. Yep, dinner time. Basically, they're just going to eat him. That's the sad part about it. Meaning Kong has to go for smaller sources of water, smaller sources of, feeding. Or better yet, smaller sources to drink out of. Or Kong could actually find Royal Ludras and use them as kind of like water sources because Royal Ludras actually have their own like water areas where these guys are basically going to be weaker than a Kongolala. So while they give it a good fight, I do believe that Kong's sheer skill should be able to defeat a Royal Ludra, drive it out of the area, and Kong has a good source of water. Besides, they don't even take large bodies of water. They take like ponds and stuff. So Kong should be able to have a good source of water thanks to a Royal Ludra. Meaning he's going to basically have to whoop it out, take that water, and then go home. So Kong has an easy time getting food and a difficult time getting water. It's a lot of difficulty here. Okay, but let's go into one of the more fundamental things, right? Sleeping. Kong normally slept in a cave in the 2005 version of Skull Island, right? And that's bad. That's bad, because if Kong is used to caves, then he's in a lot of trouble. For starters, he could be caught in the webs of a Nerscylla, and these guys are absolutely vicious. Like, they're some of the scariest monsters to imagine. And here's why, right? Nerscyllas skin their prey and wear it. You hear me? They skin them and then wear that skin. So Kong is going to get skinned alive, marinated, and have his skin worn. And then he'll be eaten, or she'll lay his eggs on him, and then they'll eat him. So it doesn't really matter. Then there's also a chance that he gets a cave with Espinas. Espinas are more like the bears of Monster Hunter, so they kind of like sleep a majority of the time, not really being bothered, and actually protected by poisonous quills. So Kong really just trying to like touch it was probably going to give himself poison. And considering this is an Elder Dragon level monster as well, considering that in the poison is capable of affecting a Kushala Daora, when a regular Rathian's poison can't do anything to it, it's very possible that yeah, these guys are in trouble. Yeah, Kong is in a deep trouble if he actually gets a cave with an Espinas. But he can find uninhabited caves, or he could find a Khezu cave and drive out that Khezu, meaning that he's pretty much has free reign to make the cave his own. So it's not too hard, but again, it's a very careful pick here. So, in conclusion, how do I feel about this? In all honesty, I don't think Kong is going to last very long. I think his days are numbered as soon as he drops in, because there's too many predators and there's too many things to consider. Now, it's possible he could biologically adapt to it if he, I don't know, maybe if he does change his tribe, or maybe if he eats a certain fruit, he could possibly gain like some new abilities, or if he's able to adapt for a certain time. But just with the stats given to him and using his own regular mindset, his time there is kind of limited as is. But hey, let me know what you guys think down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.